Okay, so as we were saying, as a final conclusion, we have that the company with the best ratios is Microsoft Corporation, followed by Apple, and the one with the worst ratios is going to be Tesla. All companies are facing a downtrend, so we must be aware when they touch the breakdown point in order to be able to sell the shares we are going to buy. All companies are profitable in the short and mid period of time. However, compared with more risky companies, they have a low expected return since we have a conservative approach, so the volatility is lower.
So we chose some stocks and we decided to compare them one with each other. So the first comparison was between Apple Inc. and Microsoft Company. And we had that they are very similar stocks in terms of technical analysis. So the patterns they draw are very similar. So therefore we cannot choose one and another, but just because of the technical analysis. So we had to look at the fundamental ratios in order to decide whether to invest in one or in the other. So stocks are now in a downtrend, as Maria Andrea was saying, and for which we would recommend to buy shares and sell as soon as it touches the breakdown point. The next comparison was between Alphabet Inc. versus Meta Platforms. We can see that Alphabet Inc. is in a downtrend, and for that we would recommend to sell at a lower price when it is in the breakdown point. So Meta Platforms has general lower values than Alphabet Inc., but it is on an uptrend. So we believe will last in a short, long term. Therefore, guided by a technical analysis, we would recommend an investment in Meta Platforms better than in Alphabet Inc. Because of the predictions that of the uptrend, they are higher. So because of that. The next comparison is between NVIDIA Corporation versus Tesla. And there's a huge difference between one and another, even though NVIDIA, as we were mentioning during the analysis of each corporation, NVIDIA is doing quite well, and Tesla can be considered one of the worst companies, but values are totally different. So NVIDIA seems to have a significant downtrend for now, for which we would recommend not to buy now and sell in the short term. But in the case of Tesla, it is possible to expect an uptrend in the long term, as the main general term trend was an uptrend. So because of that, it shows that a change in the sentiment it may be coming. And finally, the comparison between Meta Platform versus Apple. Apple is a stock that is obtaining higher values in the market compared to the ones of Meta, but it is notable that the downtrend that it's presented by Meta Platforms, it's more consistent, it's more relevant, and than the one of Apple. So for that, we would say that Apple is a more profitable stock for which an investor would prefer to invest in Apple. Nevertheless, in the short term, Meta Platform is increasing considerably. So because of that, we would recommend that in our case, we've got a long-term investment portfolio, and for that, we would go for Apple. But if it was a short-term one, we would go for Meta.
Okay, so here we present the bibliography, and thank you very much.